Haboim. Welcome everyone. We're about to begin Be'ezras Hashem together on Daf Mem Tes Amud Beis, 10 lines from the top, about a halfway down from the top of the Amud. As an introduction to our Gemara, let us review what we said in regard to the Seder HaAvodah on Yom HaKippurim. The Kohen Gadol, he shechs his par, hachatos, and after he's done shechting, roiv simonim, another Kohen completes the shechita and he's makabel the dam. After Kohen Gadol is makabel the dam, he then gives that dam to another Kohen to stir it so it doesn't get coagulated, and he puts it by the roiv et haravi, the fourth row in the azara. Meanwhile, now the Kohen Gadol goes up the kevesh and takes from the pyre on the outer mizbeach some coals into a machta, and again he comes down and puts it next to the roiv et haravi, the fourth row in the azara. Then they give him a kaf and a machta, which is our Mishnah. The machta is filled with ktaris, whereby he does chafina. He fills his two hands with the ktaris, and he then pours it into the kaf. In regard to this Seder HaAvodah, there's a question: do we say that the dam that from the shechita of the carbon of the par, if the Kohen Gadol died after the shechita and was not yet brought inside the Kodesh HaKadoshim for Zrikas Hadam, when the new Kohen Gadol takes his place, can he use that dam, or no? He has to make another shechita for a new par. The Gemara now discusses this machlekes. Iboy lehu shochat umeis mahu. If the Kohen Gadol shechs his par and then subsequently dies before that dam is brought into the Kodesh HaKadoshim, so what's the din? Shikanes acher b'damoy. Can the next Kohen Gadol, who's taking his place to do the avodah, use that very dam, or not? Does he have to now shecht a new par and then use that new dam? Mi amrina b'par v'afilu b'damo shel par, or dilma b'par v'lo b'damo shel par? Do we say when it says b'par in the pasuk, it includes also its dam? Or we say no, b'par refers to the living par, but not its dam. The Gemara says the machlokes amoroim. Rabbi Chanina oimer, Rabbi Chanina, which we saw in the previous Amud, he holds b'par v'loi b'damo shel par. Indeed, the new Kohen Gadol will have to shecht a new par, because when it says bepar, it does not include its dam. Reish Lakish Omar bepar v'afilu b'dam shel par. Reish Lakish argues and he says bepar includes its dam, whereby the new Kohen Gadol can use this dam that was shechted from the previous Kohen Gadol. The Gemara brings another machlokes amoraim. Rabbi Ami Omar bepar v'lo b'dam shel par. Rabbi Ami says, like Rabbi Chanina, that dafka bepar and not its dam. Rabbi Yitzchak Nafcha Omar bepar v'afilu b'dam shel par. And again, Rabbi Yitzchak ben Nafcha, he learns like Reish Lakish that includes the par and even its dam. The Gemara now asks, Eisvei Rav Ami le Rabbi Yitzchak Nafcha. Rav Ami, who holds again like the Shita of Rav Chanina, that the par v'lo its damoy, he asks Rav Yitzchak Nafcha, who holds that it includes the dam, from the following. In regards to Korban Pesach, the Korban Pesach requires a chabura, but the Mishnah states that those who are wanting to be included in that chabura can be included. Those who want to withdraw from that chabura can do so up until the shechita of the Korban Pesach. Nimnin u'moishchin yedehem mimenu ashi shochet. One can withdraw or can be included in the Korban Pesach up until the shechita of the Korban Pesach. Asks Rabbi Ami on Rabbi Yitzchak Nafcha, if it's true that indeed par is afilu damoy, includes even the damo shel par, then achi zorek mi boile. Then in regards to the Korban Pesach, it should also say that you can go ahead and withdraw from the chabura or be included in the chabura until the zrikas hadam, which is a later stage, because the dam is included in the same seh as the Korban Pesach. So too, right? If that would be true, then it would be the fact that it's not must be the says not the dam is not included in the seh. So to the par, is only including the par, and that's damoy. Kasha on Rabbi Yitzchak Nafcha. The Gemara answers, Shiny Hasom, in regards to Korban Pesach, it's different. It has Exeres HaKosuv that we darshan. Mihiyois miseh. From being for the seh, from here we darshan, Michiyusei, this seh. From its living state is the seh. And therefore, only while it's still alive can one be included or withdraw from the Chabura. But once it's shechted, it can no longer then go ahead and be withdrawing or included in that Chabura. Mosiv Marzutra continues to ask from the following regards to Pidyon Peter Chamor. When there's a firstborn of a Chamor, of a donkey, the Torah requires that it be nifte, that it be redeemed by a seh. So the Mishnah states that if you're going to redeem it with something that's less than the value of this Pidyon, of this Peter Chamor, then it can't be then done with anything other than a seh, as follows. Ein poidin, you can't redeem loy be'egil, not with a calf. V'loy bechaya, not with an undomesticated animal. V'loy b'shchuta, not with a seh that's shachut. V'loy betreifa, not with a seh that has been determined to be a treif and will be then die quickly. V'loy b'kilayim, and not with an admixture. Rashi learns it with an eza and a rochel. V'loy b'koi, and not with, Rashi learns also a type of mixture between a tayish and its tzviya, or that which not clear to be a chaya or a behema. Ela b'seh, the Mishnah concludes, it can only be redeemed by a seh if it's with less value. So here we see that it includes only a seh and not a seh that's shchuta. If indeed it's true, like you're saying, Rabbi Yitzchak Nafcha, that par is even parosh, damoshel par, then it should be also the seh, even damoshel seh, even if it's shchuta, they can redeem the Peter Chamor. Elamai, you see from here that it's only dafka the seh, so too it's only the par, not its dam. Shiny Hasan more answers the yolif seh semi pesach. There, in regards to Pidyon Peter Chamor, we learn a gezerah shava of seh from Korban Pesach. And just as Korban Pesach, it requires the seh to be alive and not shchuta, so too over here, in regards to keeping Pidyon Peter Chamor, must be alive and not shchuta. Ask the Gemara, Ma'alahalon zochar tom uben shana afkan zochar tam uben shana. If you're going to learn a gezerah shava of seh from Korban Pesach, then it has to be just like the seh. The Korban Pesach must be 1 year old, must be a zochar, must be a tam. So too, that's what's required to be poide, the Pidyon Peter Chamor. The Gemara says, no, Tamu Larmar Tifte Riba. On that, we say there's a ribui of Tifte that comes to include and say that it includes even that which is not a Zachar or a Ben Shana or a Tam. Ask the Gemara, Tifte Riba, Afilu Kulunami. If you're going to say there's a Riba, a inclusion from Tifte, so then include even that which we said that Shchuta. In Cain, the Gemara answers, Se Maya Hanile. Then why would then there be something, what would be the advantage, what would be the necessity of naming a Se? It must be that it's Se Dafka, not a Se that's Shchuta. On top of Nun Amid Aleph, now the Gemara comes to ask the other way. Eisvei Rabbi Yitzchak Nafel Rabbi Ami. You Rabbi Ami who hold that it's par, Veloi as Domo Shel Par, asks Rabbi Yitzchak Nafcha, V'hoitzi as Kol Par. It says in regards to the Kohen, that is the Kohen Par Kohen Mashiach, that when the Kohen Gadol, he is over an Aveira that was ruled to be something erroneously mutter, for something that carries with it a chiyuv kares, and the Kohen Gadol then performed that Aveira, he has to bring a special par. So it says over here in the Pasuk that he's hoitzi as kol par. He brings out the entire par after it was shechted outside the machane. So the fact that it calls it the par is mashma even after the shechita that the damo is included, not like Rabbi Ami. Kash on Rabbi Ami. Answers the Gemara, sheyoitzi as kula. It doesn't mean to say that the par has a din of a par after shechted, but rather it's coming to say the remains of the entire par, the remains are brought outside the machna to be burnt. Then the Gemara now asks, similarly, ve'es par hachat ve'sir hachatas, in regards to the avoid in Yom Kippurim, it talks about par hachatas, sir hachatas, it doesn't say kol. And still it's talking about here in the psukim, after the shechita. So you see that it's par v'afilu domoy shel par. Omra papa, be'or ubasar uperesh, dekuli yamol pligi. In regards to the hides and the flesh and the intestines, everybody agrees that that's part of the animal called par. Ki pligi bedam. But they're arguing in regards to dam, if that's called par or not. Mar savar dam ikri par, or mar savar dam lo ikri par. One says it is called par, while the other one says not. Omer Ravashi says, mistabra kimanda omar ikri par. It's mistabra to say like the opinion that says it's called par. The dam is called par. Why? The Chsiv, it says in the Pasuk, Bezois yavoy Aaron el hakodesh. With this Aaron will enter the kodesh, bepar ben bakar. With the par ben bakar referring to, he's going to enter the kodesh hakadoshim after the par was shechted. So it must be including the dam of the par. And here it's called that with this he's going to enter with the par ben bakar. Otu bekarnel marle. You're going to say that he's bringing in the par with its horns? No, ela bedomoy bekarle par. Rather, it's with its dam. He's coming into the kodesh hakadoshim and it's calling it a par. So this is like that shita that says that par v'afilu es damoy. The idach and the other shita, what will it say? Ba mehuchshar Aharon lovoy el hakodesh. With what enables Aaron to enter the kodesh hakadoshim to do the avodah? Bepar ben bakar lechatas. When he has then the par ben bakar that he's going to shecht outside in the heichal, that itself, not in the heichal, but rather in the, he's going to shecht it, it's going to be in the azar, when he's going to shecht the par ben on the outside, that is going to be machshir him to then take the blood inside the kodesh hakadoshim to do the avodah on Yom Kippurim.